Talk amongst yourselves.
Okay, first one, it is Power Rangers related, but the second one is not. Okay, first one, all right, nobody hate me for this, but, pretty much what all the Mighty Morphin, all the early stuff was for you. The Disney era was for me. I know a lot of people say, oh, Mystic Force, oh, Operation Overdrive, that stuff. But, SPD and a little bit of Mystic Force, that was your Power Rangers to me. So it's for different generations it's been going on. And also the second part of that for the Power Rangers thing. Shout Factory's starting to release the Sentai on DVD, so do you think you might consider looking at it?
Well, the thing is, I'm not going to do it by my own volition. What's happening, because I'm just not interested in it. But what's happening is that Patreon sponsors have started to request it as episodes of The Top Fourth Wall. And that's what happened earlier this year. They requested the Green Ranger art from Jew Rangers. And they asked me to do that, and I did it. It was funny. I love the script for it. I got to make a forklift joke, and we love the forklift song.
They tried to
kill him with a forklift. I think that would happen more often.
And the second thing was that I noticed in one of your comic book reviews, you parodied Chris Boris.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Now breakfast is ruined.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was just doing a new style of video. I'm not sure what you're referring to.
Sorry. Just saying, I like Chris Boris, okay? So, just cut the guy some slack. He's a nice guy. He just came out with a book,
Yeah, a book that's really poorly edited, that is really terrible, that he's been giving false reviews for, that he was setting up bots to give himself 5-star reviews on. Oh yes, and then he said that Wario was burning in hell. I'm sorry, no, I have no respect for him whatsoever. If you like his stuff, feel free. I can't make you agree with me or anything on this, but I don't like the guy. I really do not.
Who's Chris Boris?
Who's Chris Boris? The Irate Gamer.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry if by saying that you have lost a little respect for me, but I take stuff like the death of my friends very seriously. And what happened was someone asked him on Facebook about Wario's suicide, and his response was essentially, well, it's a pity that he will never know everlasting peace because he took his life before his own time. Basically, he said that he's not going to heaven. He's Jewish. He's not going to heaven because he committed suicide, and I find that a repugnant thing to say. And yeah, sorry.
All right, sorry.
No, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. You're fine. You're fine. You are free to like and dislike anyone you want. And again, I'm sorry if you've lost respect for me for saying so, but I take that very seriously, which is why I have no respect for him. But there you go. This got very serious.
Yeah.
This took a dark turn.
It took a very dark turn. I'm sorry about that.
Darkest panel.
Darkest panel. Darkest panel. Darkest panel.
I don't know. Yesterday, Lone Creeble sacrificed the guy.
We need to stop that. I need 5 volunteers for sacrifice. Who's in it?
I volunteer as tribute.
Also, we got some new
Fine,
people
I'll
that
get up
came out of
storage.
Lone Creeble channel, or some other places, or you were just lost.
No, we just came.
Okay.
We didn't realize you'd be here first.
Well, I had to get here first. If you actually saw me, I was near the front. We backed out about 10 minutes beforehand in order to get there.
I went to the ambassador room. I thought I was on the way in Renaissance.
I told
I know. There's like two centers called Ambassador. There's probably a line of Linkara fans over at the Ren Center going,
But
Linkara gotta come in.
on the online schedule, though, it specifically
I know, it says
says on your
Tobo.
Tobo.
Yeah.
But people get confused sometimes about these things, which is why you shouldn't have things scheduled in 2 rooms with the same name.
room that nobody else knows exists, too.
This is the ghost room.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Ghost Room. Oh my God, has anyone seen Film Cow Productions? They're the guys behind Llamas with Hats.
Yes.
Oh.
Carl.
They've been doing this other series of just like short 1-minute videos called The Ghost House. Day 13 in the Ghost House. The ghosts have sexy ghost butts. Oh shit. It's hilarious and wonderful, and I love it. Okay, yes, you got it. Yep. Mobile Suit Gundam Bridge, yep.
Yeah, thank you. Gundam Bridge. I wanted to know, was that the first time you worked with Little Freebone?
That was not the first time I had ever worked with them before. I've actually done a few minor character voices in a Bridge series before. As my greatest claim to fame is being the elder Namekian who loved to show off his Dragon Ball.
How did you meet them then?
I originally met them actually here.
Okay.
It was about 7 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe 6. I can't remember. Youmacon's pretty much my first panel, my first convention. So it's why I always love coming back. So it was great to finally, see that to meet them for the first time. I basically marathon Dragon Ball Z Bridge because at the time Team 4-Star had partnered up with that guy with the glasses. So I was like, okay, I want to see what kind of thing, what they did. I was like, this is funny, even though I never watched Dragon Ball Z before. That kind of thing. So it was the first time meeting them. They were cool guys. I love meeting them. Little Kribo had apparently seen my videos before, and I'd actually met him on a podcast beforehand, but we hadn't really, exchanged words before. Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge I had seen firsthand, I think thanks to my brother who had introduced me to them. And we watched Yu-Gi-Oh! As little kids, and we loved, poking fun at some of the same stuff that he did, or stuff that we hadn't noticed before. So, this was the first time meeting them here, and now we've done a few little projects together like that and done some voice work, and I'm really proud to be friends with ours.
Okay.
I'm leaving, so I've got one more question.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. That's
Hey, fine.
Any more planned, in the foreseeable future, any more projects with Doug Walker? Because I thought you were funny in Star Trek Insurrection.
I would love to do more. I keep hoping, I make some occasional trips down to Chicago to see my girlfriend or to do a convention. Hi, Mika. And so I keep saying, hey, I'm available. You want me to do a cameo or something like that? Or do you do a crossover? He's like, actually, no, I'm going to be out of town. I'm like, so I'm actually going to be going down there again this weekend. I'm, praying we might have time to do a Steven Universe along together because I want all Steven Universe. Fingers crossed. But otherwise, no, full reviews planned or anything like that. But I'd love to do more. And one last thing about the Chris Bohr subject, and that is, I would have a lot more respect for him actually if he did apologize and acknowledge his kind of thing. I'd feel a lot better about it.
I've talked to him on Facebook before. I'll see if possible because he seems like a legitimately nice guy. I think I'll ask him.
Okay, yeah.
Right? I'll see if he might apologize.
Thanks, sir. I appreciate it.
Right.
All right. See you later. And now everyone else departs because that was all they wanted to see. No. Okay, let's have some more questions in here. You man on that side there.
I'm really sorry, this question's probably already answered. I was not able to be here yesterday. How did the movie premiere go?
It went very well. And for those of you who went very well. And on the subject, because some people came in beforehand, if you're going to ask questions about the movie, try to keep them spoiler-free, because some people in here sadly could not make it to the premiere yesterday.
Pew, pew,
But
pew,
yeah,
pew.
that was the thing. The ending fight scene, I haven't had time to put in sound effects for like laser sounds, so like the audience started just going. That was awesome. I got it on film.
Totally put it in the DVD.
Hopefully put it in the DVD. It may not be usable, especially because it was still a smaller crowd. Sure, it was a larger crowd than this, but it didn't fill up the space, and I was zoomed in like all the way to that side. So we'll see if it actually goes that way. I may just keep it, maybe put it online after the movie. But we'll see. But yeah, it went over very well. I'm happy people like it, and I hope they like the finished version, because if they don't, I'm screwed.
I paid for it before it came out.
All right, green shirt.
Two quick questions. One, I know with your Patreon you've since added where if you reach a new certain amount, you'll do more of the Saban-like series.
Yep.
Will that include Kamen Rider, Dragon?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I do Master Rider and Kamen Rider Dragon Knight because those are technically American tokusatsu shows.
Right.
Technically.
Right. And the other question is, was there ever a joke you had ever done that totally either people read too much into, like the stuff with Mars Girl back when she did the quote from Cinnamon and everything else? Was there ever jokes like that you always like, okay, they expect people to read into that?
The stupid frickin' Schrodinger's